Hi, hi class. Today we are starting the second day of our Canva. So today we are going to start with the principle of designs. So what do I want today uh, for you guys? We'll have a bit of revision and then we go ahead about how a good design and principle of good colors and fonts can help us go in a long way. So I hope yesterday's session was good. You all understood today. So let me just not delay it and start with Canva out here. Uh, so let me share my screen. Let me start with Canva. Let's start. Let's share my screen. Mhm. So, hi, we are back in our screen. So, this is the Canva. Yesterday, we did the basic. हमने start किया था कि हम होम पे गए थे हम प्रोजेक्ट्स ट्राई किया we tried templates. So आज we are going to create so the whole motive about today's work in the end कि हम एक Instagram post create कर सकते हैं and it's a good marketing thing even if you were starting to start your business or you are handling someone's social media team, so it's very good that way कि आप कैसे क्रिएट कर सकते हो आज अब उसमें हम अलाइनमेंट्स प्रॉपर सेंटर अलाइन रखना है या कंसिस्टेंसी कैसी रखनी है बिफोर दैट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद अंडरस्टैंडिंग द स्पेस हम जो वर्क में रखते हैं सो फॉर दैट व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू टुडे इज let's start with and what size should we take for only size just to understand your design. So when I type यहाँ पर A4, so you see there are various kind of portrait landscape templates coming in. So yesterday also we did the same thing. Uh, we are going ahead with a plain template. So what I need to make you all understand is today about fonts. So before we start, I would like you to show two fonts from the family of Serif and sans serif fonts. So what are serif fonts? Serif fonts जैसे कि हमारा Times Roman font. Let me see. Times. Okay. Let me select the font first. Then let's search for Time Romans out here. Times. Oopsikins. Sorry. So I will type Times Roman. Okay. So it is just, I'm going to type Times Roman out here. Font search. Okay. So this is your Times Roman font. Okay. This comes under a serif font. This is currently uh, this is currently this is currently a serif font, and now we are going to get sans serif. So I'm going to click again as a subheading. Let's take a heading only instead of subheading. Uh, let's take Arial or Helvetica, whatever font you like. So now when I select this font, this is Arial, this comes as sans serif. So let's type Arial out here. Arial font. Okay. So now the problem here, you see, So Times Roman comes from a family of serif fonts where you usually use these fonts to make it look your work classic, traditional, formal. And usually if you see when you're sending a formal invite, elegant artwork and everything, your Times Roman is an ideal thing. Today we are making a social media post. So we are going to use Arial, Helvetica or Open Sans because this is sans serif font. Okay, so we are sans serif fonts are don't have like any extra strokes. So what's the difference out here is you see the edges of Arial means sans serif fonts are clean, like very minimal, very nice. And your Time Romans, you see there are edges which these little tails to it. These are your serif fonts. So this is usually serif fonts like your Time Roman, Georgia, everything comes under your classic thing. So this is something I really wanted to show you all before we move ahead to our color palettes and everything. So this is, again, I'm telling you, this is serif. Times Romans are serif and Arial is sans serif fonts. Okay, so uh, we are going to go home. Let's delete this. Okay, and let's go in design. Okay, so when we go in design, let's go home, create a new design. So let's go today on your Instagram post. Okay, so when we are starting our Instagram post today, let's start to understand what is the post size and how are we going to add layers, grids, so that we can have a more professional designs to it. Okay, so what you need to understand is the size of your artwork. It is usually 108 by 13.35 pixels. So again, you see it is readily available. So now you can press Shift R. My ruler was on. Shift R for ruler, or else you can go here in File and go in Settings. You can add size. Sorry, I removed it. You can have your add guides where you can create your guides. You see, if you want something placed, or you're making a collage where you want to add images, or you can customize it however you want. Okay, so now you can see this is going as very much like in pixel. Px means pixel, but I or any one of you can be good with other things. So what we need to understand is this ruler, if we need to change, if we had a paid version we could just go on resize and do it, but this is another way to confuse your Canva. What you can do out here is you can go in File. Okay, you can create a new. So the moment I click on File, you can see on the left hand side here, you can see Instagram post 4.5, and that's my name, and then there is given a size 1080 pixel by 1350 pixel. So this is a given size. If you don't remember it, write it here. Okay, what we can do is then go to File and create new. So the moment I create new, I go to custom size. Now you see by default it is a pixel selected, px. So I'm more comfortable working in inches. You can, like, there is a millimeter also. You can get your centimeters also. Okay, and yeah, so what we are going to do here is customize. Then I'm going to change it to let's not change into inches first. Let's write width 1080 by 1350. Okay, now before it's to confuse your Canva, because we don't have a paid version. This is the free version hack which I have learned. So you go in inches. Okay, now this is the inches size of your work. So what you can do is you can totally create a new design. So the moment you see the new design opens, and now you see this is the inches which we have created. So now it is very easy. We have created a inches ruler. So if you want to confuse your Canva, you need to do this. Okay, so now what we'll do is, so today I want to make a social media post about a cafe shop. Okay, who does, we love going to coffee shops, right? So let's make a a cafe, like let's put let's assume, let's create a design with a mind that there's a cafe, and we need to make a Instagram post about the first day we'll give buy one get one cappuccino, or cappuccino just for 100 rupees. So we can see how it goes. So now this is, instead let's start with the process of ready-made templates, then we can go and create our very own. I have three methods to show you guys. So let's type cafe. So the moment I click on cafe, you see the cafe post. I've actually searched about it. So this is something which is available. Okay, so okay, let's take mm, mm, mm. We can take any suggestion, guys. You all would like to give me which cafe? Let's see a very simple one. Let's go for this then. Okay. So now one more thing we need to understand is in Canva, there's something called as tool and palettes. Okay. So here, when you go, I selected a layout. Okay, there's something called as style. So like it will show me what recently color combinations I've used, what color combinations I had. So it will be there. So you can pick up a color combination. The moment I select a color combination, you see automatically the colors are changing. So what happens is clients at a lot of time give us requirement that I would want my brand colors, like as you have logos, you have brand colors also. You just don't work in any color you want to work as a designer. You have very particular set of clients, their brand guidelines and everything. Okay, so let's select this. So the moment we select it, there's a template style coming in here. Okay, so now what I may need to make you all understand, as we spoke about sans serif and serif fonts. Sans means आपके fonts एकदम clean और neat रहेंगे. Okay, sans serif. Serif म्हणजे like you'll have these tails at the end, very cute classic calligraphy style. So now if you can see, this is looking like a very serif font, but we are going to make an artwork. So let's go let's take a font. We'll type here, let's change the font of this. It is as let's type Helvetica. I don't know, I like this font. Do I have Hel? Yeah, I do have this. Okay, so the moment I see this, it's changing. Let's change it all. Okay, it's changed. Now you see it's very clean written. We are open. Okay, and there is a time. So now you can see there are different fonts of different sizes. So you need to understand firstly that when we create a design or artwork, let's zoom in. You need to understand that it has to be a balance in design. So there has to be an alignment. See, we have downloaded a ruler. For ruler, you can just pull it and get it. So it is a size 11 by something. Let's 11.249. So let's take a midpoint of it. It might be 4, 5, 5 something. Yeah. So the moment you see there was a midpoint, it became pink out here. So what happens is, this is आपका center. So इसमें क्या हो रहा है? There is alignments, like each and everything you have an alignment happening here, and there are two fonts of different size. So first आपका impression as a designer होना चाहिए that you have to give a message that we are open now. So that is the reason we have had a font out here saying we are open, and niche we have mentioned a date of the timing and everything. Okay, so here what we'll do is, let's we are open Monday to Thursday. Instead of we are open, we will put something catchy. So now, as we have understood, or we planned that we want a social media post, we are not open but buy one get one free. Okay, so let's select this, delete it, buy one, buy one, buy free. Okay, so now, as you can see, when I'm typing out here, the size is too big for your Instagram artwork. Ideally, your size should not be too much on the face. Let's put 50 NC. Now, the moment I'm putting 50, it is too small, right? We need to put at least like a 70. Oopsie, let me select this. So what do I like to do is select my fonts and then change the font size of it, because gets very easy, and control plus to zoom in. When I'm working on my fonts, I like to zoom in and work, or irrespective, I like to, like, let's keep it, because I'm keeping in two lines. If you want in one line also, you can just have it in one line, but it will look like a very coupon code. Okay, so let's not keep that way. Okay, so let's have buy buy one, buy free. Okay, so you can have some other way also, but I wanted to write buy free. Okay, so what we need to do is, here we need a logo of suppose Barcel Cafe. So what we are going to do, yesterday we didn't put any logo. Let's put a cafe logo. Just let's type cafe logo. Let's make a logo which is already inside here. So there are options. We'll go in graphics. Okay. Let's not take a very cliche looking graphic. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Let's not take a very cliche looking coffee beans. Mm-mm-mm. And so there's something called as Logo Maker app, which is integrated here. You can download it and use it also. Okay, oh, it's not free. Um, Logo. Or we can just type logo. Okay, let's take a very simple logo out here. Now what's happening? You cannot see the color of it. Let's zoom in. Let's change the color of the logo. So let's make it off-white so it's visible. White. Let's select the other line. So one more thing. Now what you can see out here is there is this whole mesh of things which have come. So what we can do is we can go in positions and you can see layers. Now you see everything here is on layer. So you have the background image, then you see the logo. What we'll do is take the logo on the top. Okay. Once we have the logo on the top, it will give us a lot of space to move around. So let's now see. Now when we press V, or like take this, now our top is center aligned here. Okay, it is just moving, and the moment it gets center aligned, it gets pink. Understood? Now we'll take Borsal Cafe. You want to change the name of the cafe? We can totally change it, but I think I don't want to. Now this thing, the logo which we took, can be resized by pressing it. Okay, like you can just resize it completely. Okay, okay, this can be your logo. Okay, now this has come. Now what, as you can see, is this needs to be more bigger. So let's press, I told you we'll do 70. You see, now the moment we know that this post is for buy one get one free. You can align it however you want, and you know. So what you need to see is there is a space created here for your fonts. Okay, so fonts is just not something which you like, or what happens is, even if this is not an aligned, like, this has to be aligned. So now I've used center align. Okay, now let's just say I don't want it to be center aligned, I really want it to be like different. So I need to create that illusion. So if I need to create that illusion of buy one get one free, what do I need to create is a lot of space, a positive space between my work. So what, before that I need to make it a, go here and press enter. So I've created a space out here, buy one get one free. So now what we do is here, remember yesterday I had told you about spacing. So we can just create spacing, like, like this, how much spacing you want with the letters. Okay, so see, again, space plays a very important part. Now the moment I want to put it here, okay, and so now what will happen is I need to make this size smaller. So let's say the size can go 30. Okay, now if I'm putting this here, people should understand what is the whole idea. So here I can't write the whole address. What I will do is I'll just copy this and write the area where it is actually. So let's assume this area is in Mumbai called Bandra, because Bandra has some nice cafes. And I hope you guys have been to some nice cafes there. So, if you have been to some nice cafes, do let me know. Um, yeah. So you see, what am I doing is here creating. So now when I have created this, I need to give a margin here. Okay. So now here we'll go for graphics and we'll go lines. Okay, we can go in shape and we can get it also. Yeah, shape. So let's get lines right here. Lines. Let's, yeah. So the moment I clicked on shape out here, I got a line. Let's delete it. There was one more line, I didn't realize it. So now what we'll do is we will you know change the position of this line. Pressing shift will give us a straight line. Okay, so now we'll, with the move tool, we'll get it in center. Okay, even here what you can do is you can get this, instead you can get it center here, and then below you can have, you can be written here, you can, and now you need to see if it's aligning properly. You can just get your ruler, put your Bandra here, and yeah, you can have this here. So one thing I really like about Canva, it is very much align friendly. When you are going here, you're going there, it shows you what to do. So this is something which we created from the scratch. And what if you want to put a text box behind? You can totally add a text box also. So let's go shape, add square. Okay, let's add a shape is square. Guys, can you all give me a suggestion of what color should I go for? Come on, I'm waiting for you guys. Let me know which color should I do. What is a good design philosophy according to you? Or do I need to put it or not? Suggestion. Come on, guys, let's make it a little interactive. I would love to see, uh, what color should I add here? Come on, guys. Am I audible to you guys? Come on, Come on. Any color idea? What should I do? Okay, cool. I am not getting a lot of. Okay, fine. So let's change the color of this to a beige color because it can be nice, but let's make it a little transparent. You see this? So when we are making transparent, I usually like putting white, like just click once. You can put a nice white, and you can make it more transparent. Okay. And what you can do now is go in positions. Okay. So like this, you can go here in positions. By going in positions, click once. You can go in layers and take this below everything because you can see it's transparent, so you can just pull it and take it down. So I want this transparent to be behind everything. So now the moment I've made this transparent, I can change the color of fonts also. So by changing the font of colors, it's too dark. No, this is not appealing. So let's use a bright color. So in fonts, if you want to like highlight something, you see the moment I'm adding a yellow color, it's getting very highlighted. So there are certain colors like red. If you want to put something like very emergency kind of a thing, that it shows that like caution, or something like you want to have a very cool windy font, so you can use color which is cool windy to create. And even here you can change the font colors accordingly. Okay, so yeah, but make sure, I think the square is not required. Let's delete it. And I think this looks nice. What we can do is we can change the color of this. I think we can keep nice bright white, and we can make it a little thick because see again, the font wasn't visible. We want at least something to be visible. So when client is investing in their work, we would need to. And let's use positions for your arranging your cafe. Let's take your cafe name with the logo. I think this is the logo. And see, one thing good about your logo, it basically gets highlighted, or whatever you're selecting, on your layer, it gets selected. So how are we going to group it? We are going to press control and select this, and see group comes in. So now it's become one part. So what I want to do is, now I don't want to keep this up. I want to just get it down. Okay. And I want to like make it smaller. And now with the directional key, I'm moving it. So it shows me like, is it a center, here. Okay. So this is not center. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. Yes, I think this is the center now. Okay. Now control minus. So this is one ready-made template which we took. Oops, you can. This is a ready-made template which we took and we created an artwork. Okay. So now if you feel that there's something left, you can still add elements. You can add basically, I didn't like the frame, so I removed it. Can you all please suggest me what we can put, any idea what we can put instead of, something to make it more interesting? Come on, guys. I'm waiting for you guys. You can give me suggestions what to be added and what not to be added. It would be really nice. So, any idea? So let's put some good graphics. Let's put cafe beans. Let's put coffee beans. Let's use a coffee bean. Let's use a graphic of coffee beans. Okay. Like, you can just add a coffee bean out here in the background if you want, or at the top of it. And you can resize it or just make it small out here. Okay. And you can change the transparency of this. So it's going to be looking very subtle. So yeah, you can just move around it, okay? Or you can even just place it, whatever. And you can even make it more smaller. Or if you don't want, you can just have it. And we can just copy paste it by Alt, few here, few there. Because sometimes, like, small detailings goes long way. Okay? So this is our artwork, which we have made it from the template. We changed the style, and we could have even, played around with this in the background, like there are various methods you could, just use, but make sure your logos are not that big to your design. It should not be that overpowering. I usually like a lot of space because a good alignment. So what you need to understand is you can have 2 3 fonts in your work, and I have used sans serif fonts out here to make it more neat, clean and nice. And I've created a lot of space because I just want the artwork to be visible. Okay, so any questions, let me know. I'll just save it. How, let's give you a basic again reminder that we'll share it. Okay, we'll go and share, we'll go in downloads. And I don't like PNG unless until it's a transparent background. And yeah, so again, crown means you need to have a limited access to the size, so we'll just download it to that. Okay. So now we've saved this artwork. Okay, so now let's create something from scratch. Okay, so remember I told you all that we are going to make an artwork of we had buy one get one free, right? We could um, we could I don't know, give me a suggestion what we could do, like instead of buy one get one free. We already did buy one get one free. We can do something with any offer or not. So till then, I'm going and starting a new work. I'm waiting for ideas, like what we are going to make. So what I like, give me your suggestions, what you all want to make for your artwork, for your social media. What I did is, there is this website called as free pick, which I would like you all to see. We can download a lot of images. So I downloaded an artwork from there. We are kind of going to get inspired and make our artwork. So let's start with a new creative design. Let's stick with the custom size because I need my inches, my ruler inches, the hack which I showed you. Don't forget, this is a hack which is very much learned by me to save on as a student. It has saved me my money as a student. And yeah, pro is amazing, but as a student it can be a little tough on your pocket. So anyways, so here you can see I'm creating one more post. So here now we have a blank page. So I hope you guys have sent me some ideas about what needs to be seen, and you know waiting to see, guys, what you have said. Okay, so let me open my uploads. I've already, saved an image here. So as you can see, we are trying to make this. Okay, so this is something I have downloaded it from the internet. We'll start making it from the base of it. Okay, so for that, what am I going to do is I'm going to go open the grid. Okay, and I'm going to add a new page. Okay, so we are going to try and make the same thing. So what I have done is from free pick, I've already downloaded the cup, the cafe beans and things. So what I told you last time is how you upload files. You go in files, upload it from your desktop, your you know your folder. So you can just select this and open it. Okay, so this will be so we are making coffee engagement only for social media. So let's have, now we are open kind of things. So now what we'll do is we want to create an page, exactly an artwork like this. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. I have selected a page, and let's not keep a background color of white. Let's have a color. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay, let's make it a color. So what happens here, you see there are colors, there are photo colors, which I've already uploaded in the first one. As you can see, it's already giving me color here. So it's very smart, it's very like you know very smart AI integrated. And so you have brand kit edit also. So if you have like any color requirement and things, you can have it from here. So let's change the color of this. Let's make it. Mm-mm. Okay, let's make it a little off. Oh yeah, you can have a gradient color also. You can select your gradients. Like you can just go here. If you want brown, you can just have like a brown, like create an ombre. So with this, you can create a lot of nice ombre colors. Uh, yeah. So let's keep an ombre of this, make it a little more off-white. Okay, you can have a nice ombre also. So if you want, you can just create an ombre instead of, you can just select this and make it an ombre. So what you can do is you can go in elements, you can go in shape. Okay, now once I have shape, I'll click here and I can have a color palette. You see, so this is my color palette. I'm expanding it, and let's shut the grid. Okay, grid is taking me up. So yeah, okay, you can adjust it accordingly, like if you want cream. Okay, let's keep it this way. Now what you need to understand is you have to make it very visually appealing. Okay, so now what are we going to do here is start putting your elements. Okay, for elements, let's go to the uploaded one, which I already got, was a cafe beans. To resize this, we can just resize it. So yesterday I showed you two methods. You can either duplicate it from here, right, or you can control D, it will be duplicated, or else you just press alt. So when you're using Photoshop and other softwares, you usually do that. You use alt to copy. Okay, so instead of this, what will I do is firstly put a ruler. So the midpoint, the moment you see this is 11 something, now when I want to take it, it will be 6.25 is your midpoint. I usually like having a midpoint. Do you guys use ruler? So let's put a cappuccino, which I have already bought here. Okay, so So what I have done here is I went to upload and I got this image. Okay, I've already uploaded it. So upload is a section where you are going to get your images what you have downloaded. Okay, so guys, I'm using cappuccino. I really like cappuccino, hot coffee. And what are your favorite coffees? You can let me know. So okay, now what happened the moment I'm clicking on this, it shows like I can crop it, I can edit it. So what I can do is I can go here, images. Okay, and there is something called as elements. You can go in elements, you can go in designs. And now if you know you really want to use any set of fonts, palettes and everything can come here. What you need to do is go here, more option. So now what I want to do is I want to flip this. Okay, now since I need to get it lower, so what will I do is, it's a PNG guys, so I don't have to cut my what do we say, the background and anything. I had already saved this as PNG. There's a file known as FreePic. I will tell you the spelling of it. FEREEPIX for free download images. They are royalty free images. I usually download it from there. So usually if you wanted to download it from here, you could have had type your coffee, you could have got coffee. But if you have the premium version, you can get these for free. But this is not a paid version, but still I'll show you. You can also have like coffee from here. So you could have downloaded even from here, you could have already got a PNG, kind of. So you can just delete it. Okay, now let's put stroke of coffee behind. So let's type brush strokes. Okay, let's type brush strokes. So go in graphics. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to create a background. So for that, let's take a paintbrush. Let's take this. Okay, now you see the moment I'm selecting this, and let's change the color of this. So the moment I change the color of this, so we are going to change the color of this to brown, and you see whatever colors we have used up till now, it's going to show. So I don't like this one. Let's go back and yes, let's type brush strokes again. We can see graphics. We can have something which is much cleaner. I think this will look nice. So what I'm going to do is delete this and again select this and change the color of this to a dark brown. I think this brown is good. So okay, so now I need to give a background. So what I need to do is I need to flip this. Okay, so I'm gonna just take this here, expand this, and go and crop and swoop. The moment you click on crop, why is it not turning? Let me zoom in. Okay, the moment I go here, it is a glitch. So yeah, we need to like rotate this. Make sure you're rotating it. So if it's not manually happening, you can rotate it from here. Okay, okay, you say okay. Now just become a square. but let's take this square and here rotate it. Okay, so sometimes there's a glitch, it doesn't happen, just select something again and do it. It's an internet glitch. So yeah, now you have this, stick it at the back, expand it. Okay, here you can have like more expanded. Now what we'll select here, we'll go position, we'll go layer and put it behind. Okay, so now this is where our artwork can come in. Okay, now what we can do is here we can take this more down also. We can select this, get it more down, so there's like a line. I think the previous one was looking nice. Hmm, the position. Okay, now what we can do is take it little up. Okay, and now let's go in images what we had uploaded it. Instead of that, what we can do is we can have our coffee beans flying here, or you can expand it in the background. Now we'll copy it, alt, and let's flip it because it's going to be a repeat. And let's change the transparency of this, make it 80. Okay, let's make it 80. Flip on transparent, you can do it by clicking it here. Okay, 80. I hope this was also 80. Let's see, this was 70, let's make it 80. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll go in positions and we'll get this thing up, and we'll get this cup the most up. Okay, so even if you want, you can change the transparency of this. I don't know why this is looking more transparent to me. Yeah, it didn't change, so let's put 80. Okay, it's still not changed. I think I have a glitch in my computer. So yeah, 80. Okay, so let's make it 80. Now let's delete this. Okay, now we have artwork ready out here. So what, let's add something more below. Let's put it, let's search for something relevant of coffee. um mm, Coffee. So there are these coffee frames also, which if you want, you can use it, or you can just have like a image, however you want to put the image. So let's take this as a coffee. I know it's just looking too much coffee, but yeah. So what we can do is expand this. So yeah, you can have a cafe written here, something here out here. Okay. So let's see. Okay, I am not liking this so much, but let's make it bigger. Let's give it a center, and let's remove this coffee thing, which is not going aesthetically. Okay, so now once we've selected everything, you can select everything and of course resize it accordingly. So for that, what you need to do is select this and go in position, go in your layers. Now it is all are overlapping. You can select all of this. You can group it also if you want. So you can move it however you'll move it, it will move along with it. So one thing with this, इसके साथ रहेगा कि this can be resized, gotten out. You see this? Yeah, it is resized, but this is not in usually other position. It's very good, you can do it. Let's ungroup it. Okay, and let's do Control Z. Let's do Control Z. Okay. Hmm. Okay, let's ungroup this and let's take it up. Okay. So let's write we are open. So for the text, which font did I ask you all to use if we are doing come on, it's a test, I'm asking you all. Which fonts do we use when we are making an artwork? So I'm going to use Open Sans, a sans serif font I'm going to use. So let's go for heading and not heading, let's do subheading. Let's delete this subheading. Okay. Let's use Open Sans. We are open. We are okay. I don't put open here. Let's type Open Sans. It's already Canva Sans. It's uh, yeah, Open Sans. Open Sans. Okay. So it's very similar what it was. So let me make it bigger and let's change its color to white. Okay. We okay. And let's take what we can do is instead of taking a different thing, we are going to copy this. Control copy, control paste. Same thing will happen. So um, open, open. Okay. Now let's make the size of open bigger. Okay. So now I want to make my fonts sit well. I like to zoom in and work. Okay, because I like it to be center aligned. Usually my artworks are center aligned. So let's align. See, the moment I'm moving it, it's showing that yes, it is center aligned, the pink. And here, again, it's showing me that it's aligned. Okay. And even when you think it's not aligned, what you can do is take your ruler, put it here, put it here, here. Okay. So now this is another way of seeing that is your font, center aligned or falling in the margin. So yeah, in fact, you can make it smaller. Mm, Make it smaller and let's remove the boldness of it. Let's keep open it only bold. Okay, you can make it more smaller if you want. So still, so one thing about this is visually you want to say we are open, or you can have we are open now. We are open. Okay, so you can put, so when you are saying we are open, you need to put the time, you need to put like what are the timings and everything. What we can do is, if you really are doing copy paste of your work, okay, so what you can do is you go and go to your old designs. Like, you can go in your files, you can go in, okay, just go home. Okay, now we are gonna, what else we are open, let's make it bigger. Let's go in positions, let's select this and let's group it. Okay, and how to remove your rulers, you can just take it here and remove it. Okay, and yeah, you can zoom this out. Okay, and you can press control and yeah, make it bigger. We are open. And one thing you all can do is, just I got an idea, we can upload a steam, so basically steam, a steam, so white smoke, basically we can use a white smoke, but we need, I can't see any white smoke here. Oh, this is too white. Just to create a hot coffee illusion, so we can have smoke. Nothing is transparent, I can see. um yep, but this will come in smoke. Let's type png and see. Hmm, let's see, does, no, this is just looking too horrendous. Anyways, so we are open, we can have here, and we can put the offer here below. So if you want to take this, you can copy this here and just flip it vertically. Okay, stick it down. Okay, what we'll do is, again, open positions and send it back. Okay, so we can have this, we are open, and if the alignment doesn't look right to you, you can flip it. Oopsie, I select the wrong one. Position, I'll select this and I will flip it. Okay, so I have flipped it. So I think this looks more harmonious. We are open and let's put the logo. So I was showing you previously, what we were doing is, let's go and file, let's go home. Okay, now when we have to go home, what you need to do is, let's go home, let's make a folder, let's go home. Let's select this. Instead of going home, let's complete the fonts before. Okay, we are open and let's type a small body size of fonts. Um, let's write cap. Let's put early bird, early bird, or we can have 100 early birds. Early birds can have free coffee. Okay, so we can have, like, again we need to change the font color. Let's zoom in. Yep, let's change the color to off-white. So now there's a problem. When you're making an artwork, it cannot be like this, like, you know, there's an empty space out here. You know, it's not showing any harmony. So what we are going to do is, even the coffee beans out here, there needs to be harmony. You need to understand there needs to be a space. So let's go in positions, and let's firstly combine your coffee bean here, okay, with your coffee bean here. We'll select it with this and this, and let's group it. You know, let's group it. Control G also can group it. By pressing Alt, I'm taking this down, okay. But now this is looking super busy, but actually it's looking nice. So what we will do is, we'll just get this here, okay. Now it's giving thoda realistic look. Now I was talking about the font out here. So 100 early birds, free coffee. So you need to highlight this point because you're putting it in your artwork. So you need to change the color of this. Select your artwork, I mean to say your font, and select this to off-white. Okay. Now what you can do is, since this is grouped, you can ungroup this also, or you can go and layer in positions. Okay, so you click here, it will become ungroup. So what you can do is, you can manipulate this. Oopsikins. Sorry. Group, like write ungroup out here. Okay, so what this can do is, you can make space for it. Make sure your bean is selected. My bean wasn't selected. Where is bean? Let's, you know what we should do is lock this thing because it keeps moving. So just let's zoom it out and lock it. So here's an option. You see, it will lock. It will be locked. So whenever I'm trying to move something, it is, see, but this will not move. Okay, because I locked it. I gave it a punishment. Yeah. So let's go for this. Yeah. So we'll take this in the corner and take it, and you can adjust it the way you want. Okay. So now we need to zoom in for the font, and we need to put the logo also. So let's make this big. Before making big, let's put an element of square out here because I need to highlight it. So let's do a square. Okay. Which color square? Let's just make it white for, oh, you know, like it's like an indication. Let's zoom in and let's get it below. Oopsie, let's deselect it and let's move it. Okay, like a disclaimer we are putting that all 100 birds can get free coffee if you visit. So now here our 100 birds need to be color changed. Maybe let's go dark brown, not black. Okay. So what we need to do here is firstly change the alignment of it. So let's have all caps because we cannot have you know, a small written where you want to make it a highlight. Okay, so you can like go in your positions, go here, upper, advanced formatting. It'll ask you, see, you click here, the formatting change. And now let's go all bold. Okay, so this is how your bold will look. Bold will look, sorry. And you need to give a star here to give it that, yeah, it's okay. So you see how nicely what we did is we kind of just putting right, understanding the right space. Out here we have added two fonts and yet it looks incomplete. We just need to put few details of logo and everything. This is a presentation mode which I have switched on. And let's go to the grid view. Let's go for here. So this was my inspiration, and you know, I don't want to, put money and all, because firstly, in a good marketing, you never put money on your post unless and until, because it can trickle down your brand theory and ideas. So I'm not putting in money. So let me just delete this because it's just taking a lot of pages. So let's delete it. Okay. So yeah. So now let's put a logo here. So now there's something called as already applications. You have apps here. So here you can just, download any apps of your like and on. So there's this something called as I downloaded from the apps. These are like uh, called as brand fetch. So what it does basically, it fetches the logos of brands which are known. So let's take Starbucks, or you want any other brand, like what, let's take Georgia Coffee, or just type cafe will give us any cafe which is famous. It will give us a logo, or Nescafe. Okay, so yeah, so the moment you have the original font logo coming. So this you need to go from your apps, and there are a lot of apps. You can discover apps which are like, I have made mockups, logo maker, brand fetch, where you just don't have to worry about a logo. And yeah, so this is perfect. So this is something which we have made from scratch. Okay, so now what you'll need to understand is we used image in the background. Like, these are the image, the PNGs we download. Let's give you a recap. So what we did, firstly, we started, we by Shift R, you get your rulers, okay, or else you can go in editing, sorry, you can go in file, settings, and you can have your guides also on, and you can add your customization and everything. But by pressing Shift R also you can get this. And again, how we got this free hack of changing your units. Before it was pixel. So what we did for that, I am showing it to you guys again. Uh, and if any queries has, like, you guys have any query, because we'll be winding up in the session. So I would be wanting, like, if you'll have missed out on anything or anything, so I can just give you a gist of it. Anyways, so what you will do is you'll go in file, you'll create. Since I told you we'll go in custom size, so by default Canva comes in a pixel size. So or even the artwork which is currently working, so you'll see, you'll go in file, it'll show which artwork you're working in. So we have changed it to inches. So now we'll go in custom size. I'm showing this again. So for Instagram size, it was 1080 by 1350 in pixels. Okay. Once I put this, you see it's giving me ideas. No, but I want it in inches, and then I'll create a new design. Automatically, you will see my artwork will open in inches. Okay, got it? This was the easy peasy method which I had showed it to you guys. Okay, so let me shut this and let me go here. Okay, but I want my old artwork to be opened. So yeah, So this is how I manipulated the size of the artwork. And mm, now what we did is, I taught you today uploads. So what I had previously done is downloaded from FreePic. There is something called as FreePic website. I had downloaded this image in a PNG format. PNG format is nothing but a transparent background image where I didn't have to cut it, or else you had to go in BG Remove or use Photoshop or other softwares. But I didn't want it to. I always like to download PNG images for fast artworks. So I had selected my image, put it here, use these PNGs as a background. Then I went in the background in my elements. I got this, kind of looked into the beams, but I couldn't, liked it. So I changed it. Okay. Um, so yeah, so this is what we created. If any changes you want to do, you can do it manually out here. And so yeah, fonts, we edited them also. If you want, you can change your font. And the fonts are just not limited till here. So what you can do is, there are a lot of options out here, like add advanced formatting, like the position, the typography, and everything. And even with your images out here, so what I have done with image out here is, um, okay, so I can unlock this right now. Okay. And today even we did, so this is a text where which has the complete detailing. So now suppose if I want to do, we are open now, I can click this here, take it in front. I think this will look really nice. And as I did the same thing again to explain you, I'll paste this here. Okay, of course we'll change the color of it. Okay, and we can delete it. And there's one more thing you can do is change the color of open. We can make it what color we want. We can have a cute, a little matching to the theme. And yeah, we are open. You can just move it and see, it will show you that it is center aligning the image. Even here we'll take this, it's showing that yeah, it is center aligning it. And one thing is good, when you're using your phone or something like that, it will, oops, see, I need to change the color of, let's make this off-white. So you can customize the color also. Okay, so then we can just move it along. Okay, so yeah, you can have, these are the ready-made fonts already available. Again, if you have like a paid version, you have a lot of options to do it. And I usually like this You Did It font. It looks very nice for making birthday cards and things like that. And I would really like to see if you guys create an artwork, you can tag us, making a cute birthday card, or like a post for Instagram post for your friend, or anything that will be really interesting to see, that my children, get to, doing things. So, mm, yeah, and I needed to, you can even change the color, you can change, and so even here there are these, if you want to make, write up something about not talk to us, like put address, you can just copy it. And for example, if you really want to put any like elements of like putting Instagram icon, or Facebook, or maybe YouTube, like you can, put YouTube logo, you can have a YouTube logo. You can go to brand fetch also, which I showed you. It is So let's go brand fetch. So let's type YouTube. But the problem is like it will come the original way, but we want to use the white looking YouTube logo. We'll go in graphics and we shall we shall there's nothing very interesting about YouTube icon. Oh, let's type icon instead of logo, because icon is a vector base. Icon. Okay, I think we can use this. Okay, so you can just have like, and the best thing, you can change the color of it. I was thinking just too red. Okay, so let's zoom in. 6 seconds. Okay, I think I need to just lock this image. Yeah, let's lock the image. Yeah, okay, and I can go to my logo, get it up, and just help it move. So again, you can just place it below this because it's a very fine line you want. Okay, you can have so so I'm not saying don't take inches. I am comfortable working with inches. So if you are not, people who are working with centimeters, you can just change it instead of, pixels. For me, working in inches is very easy. Guys, please ask me such more questions. It's really nice answering, uh, your queries, because I want you all to become pro with this. And you can have your own setups and things like that. It's very interesting being self-independent. So yeah, let's use oopsie, it already two. Let's again change the color, control minus. I can change the color of this to yellow. So just moving it down here. So yeah, just, and what we'll do is I have a very bad habit of um, grouping and working, because then the alignments gets very easy and I like my work to be very aligned. So just let's put this here and let's go in text and take a very basic small, follow us, and let's not use the whole caps here. I like to use it small out here. Follow us now, and let's make it really tiny. This is too big. Let's first change the color. So one thing is, it keeps asking you that should I change color for everything. So you can do it, but make sure you just don't do it more. Okay. Okay. So I think this is the artwork which we have created today. I would like to know, how did you like my artwork? If there's any query you would want to know, like did I go fast somewhere, or you would want so is there a difference between working with inches? So basically, I have studied designing. So the Indian school uses inches a lot. So I've become very handy. But nowadays, the kids are taught in, it's just the unit changes, but the size and everything remains the same. So it's just on what you are hands-on using, it's just that. So yeah, so this was my artwork which we made. It's all ready to go and publish. So we've created a cafe Nescafe has opened a coffee shop, and 100 early birds gets free coffee, and you can follow them. So it's a basic, very layout where we've used images, we've used PNGs to make a nice artwork. So yeah, I will save it. We'll go and save. Um, and if you have a team member, you can send them the link. I will just go ahead and download it. So this is saved in my work. So, and this cute things Canva keeps giving you. So yeah. Oh my God, it is giving me an award here. What an epiphany. Okay. So yeah, that was for today, and I am not printing it with Canva. So yeah. So yeah, that's it. And with this, I'm done with my session. I hope the session was interesting. You understood. Yeah, so it was nice getting in touch. So bye, guys. Thank you for today. I hope you had a good class.